Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into something pretty deep, a framework for figuring out what we're really after in life and what it actually takes to be happy and successful for the long haul. So, let me just ask you, straight up, what are you really chasing? I mean, with all the hard work, the ambition, that daily grind, what's the end game? Seriously, just take a second. Think about it. For so many of us, life can feel like this giant treadmill, right? You go to school to get the degree. You get the degree to get the job. You get the job for the salary. And then what? You hit one goal and boom, your eyes are already on the next prize. It's this endless chain that can leave you kind of scratching your head, wondering what it's all for. But here's the thing. If you dig down, way beneath all those separate goals, there's this one fundamental desire that pretty much all of us share. What we really want is continuous happiness and prosperity. We want to feel good, we want to feel secure, and we want that feeling to stick around. And this is where it gets really interesting, because there's this huge gap, right? What we want, what feels right to us, is that continuous, stable well-being. But our reality? Well, our reality is often full of question marks. That happiness, that prosperity, it often feels fleeting, doesn't it? It comes and goes. So that's the big question, isn't it? If we all want this lasting fulfillment, why is there such a massive disconnect between that dream and our day-to-day reality? What are we getting wrong? Well, a lot of it boils down to this one giant misconception. It's this assumption that we all kind of operate on, maybe without even realizing it. We think that if we just get enough stuff, the money, the bigger house, the fancier car, then happiness will just show up, like it's part of the package. Okay, let's bring this home for a second. Think about your own family. The last time there was some real unhappiness, some friction, was it really about a lack of things? Or was it almost certainly about a lack of fulfillment in your relationships? A breakdown in trust or respect or just not feeling heard. And that right there gets to the heart of it. To fill that gap between what we want and what we have, we've got to understand that a truly fulfilled life isn't built on just one thing. It's built on three totally distinct, absolutely essential pillars. The first one, and this is the absolute foundation, is something called right understanding. This isn't just about being smart or knowing facts. It's about having real clarity, understanding yourself, understanding other people, and seeing how you fit into the bigger picture. Think of it like your internal compass. It's what guides everything else. Next up, number 2 is relationship. And again, this isn't just about having a network or knowing people. It's about that deep feeling of connection, that sense of trust and mutual respect. It's about the quality of those bonds that bring real harmony into your life. And finally, number 3 is what we call physical facility. This is the stuff, right? The material things we need for our bodies to thrive. Food, clothes, a roof over our head. It's absolutely necessary for sure, but it's just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. Okay, but here's the real kicker. Just knowing about these 3 things isn't enough. Not even close. The secret sauce, the whole key to this, is the priority. The order you put them in is everything. If you get the order wrong, the whole thing just falls apart. So what's the right order? Well, it looks like this. Step 1, the foundation, has to be right understanding. Once you have that clarity, you can move to step 2, building fulfilling relationships. And only then, when those first 2 are solid, does step 3, physical facility, fall into place. It becomes a natural outcome of living well, not the thing you chase first. There's a great little story that shows this perfectly. Imagine a mom hears a crash. Her 2 sons just broke a window. Now, her first gut reaction could be anger, right? Annoyance about the broken thing, the cost. But because she has her priorities straight, her first thought is about the relationship. She calmly goes to them, makes sure they're okay, because she knows a broken window is a simple fix. A broken relationship, that's a whole different story. See, when we flip the order and go straight for the physical stuff, when we skip right understanding and relationships, we end up with what you could call a cup with no bottom. Without that inner clarity, you never actually know how much is enough. So you just keep pouring more and more in, but the cup never fills. You're left with this constant, nagging feeling that you're missing something, that you're deprived. And this creates this really weird paradox that we see everywhere, right? On one hand, you have people who are lacking physical things, and they're unhappy and feel deprived. That makes sense. But then, you have a whole other group of people who have plenty of physical stuff, maybe more than they could ever need, and they also feel unhappy and deprived. Why? because they're still trying to fill that bottomless cup. So, what this all points to is that there are two fundamentally different ways to live. Your choice of priority, what you put first, literally defines your entire state of being. You could even call it your state of consciousness. The first way, living just for physical things, is called animal consciousness. And look, for an animal that's totally normal. It's about survival. But for a human being, it just doesn't work. It leads to conflict and that feeling of deprivation. The other way is human consciousness. And this is where you integrate all three: right understanding, relationships, and physical facility, in that order. And the result? Harmony, mutual happiness, and a real deep feeling of prosperity. So, think about what this does to our whole idea of progress or development. It completely flips the script. True progress isn't about accumulating more things. It's an inside job. It's about a total transformation of your mindset, a shift from just chasing stuff to truly understanding what it means to be a fulfilled human. So, forget about measuring success with things like GDP growth or the number in your bank account. This new model of progress asks you to look inward. The real metrics become: how clear is my understanding of the world? What's the quality of my relationships? Am I actually transforming my consciousness? And that really brings us to the final, crucial question for you. Moving forward from today, just ask yourself this: what yardstick are you using to measure your own progress? Is it the one that just counts your possessions? Or is it the one that measures the person you're becoming? The answer, I think, could change everything. Thanks for joining me.